Welcome to the Coach Donna Marie podcast. This is going to be a little bit different. I'm sharing about something I kind of previewed a little bit. I think at least that I did, if not in the last podcast, then in one of my most recent videos. Um, had some good news regarding my daughter and her college bound journey. And I'm sharing this not to brag. I mean, of course, I am very proud of her, but I'm sharing this to encourage other families. So let me not delay this any longer. Have a listen. I hope this is encouraging for you, for someone that you care about. Please share this podcast if you know somebody, if you know a family member that may be encouraged by it. There's a story in here regarding my daughter overcoming dyslexia and going from being dyslexic and not able to read to being one of the top students in her school, one of the top students in our state. So enjoy.
I almost forgot to tell this part, so I share with you all that she won a scholarship, the same scholarship that her brother got, but I didn't tell you the other part. She was dyslexic. She could not learn to read in kindergarten. I actually had to remove her from school so that I could teach her how to read myself because they were not able to help her. It was heartbreaking. There was a lot of tears from both her and me because I did not understand dyslexia. I thought that she was just being lazy. And I was really tough on her. And then when I started learning what dyslexia is, I felt so guilty. I felt so bad for being so hard on her. So I took time to learn how to teach her to read. And it worked, obviously. Fast forward, she was 4 or 5 back then. She's in her at the end of her teens now. So 15 years later, here she is, y'all. Don't ever discount what God can do through you as a parent to support your children. You don't have to just wait for the government, the school system, whoever, to decide when they're going to help your child. Whatever need your child has. It could be autism. It could be anything. It could be a physical disability. Don't discount your power as a parent for God to use you to advocate for your child, to teach your child, to help your child learn, to help your child love to learn, which is really, to me, that's the most important thing. The most important thing for me with my daughter who was struggling with dyslexia was for her to learn to love, to read, to learn to love books as much as I did. That's what my goal was for her. My goal wasn't to turn her into some rock star student. She did that on her own, okay? She wanted to learn how to become a great student. She did that. And her siblings, both of them were always very good in school. They set a good pace for her, and she decided she wanted to compete with them. She's competitive. And she decided she wanted to compete with her brother specifically to get the same scholarship, and she did. So I just wanted to share a different side of the story because I don't want y'all thinking that she's just, she's not even valedictorian, right? But she's still a great student. She loves to learn. She has a passion to learn. She has a specific career that she wants to pursue. She's very passionate about it. And I'm so grateful to be able to share her story and in the hopes that this will encourage other families. Don't discount these students. Even if your student isn't doing well in high school, that doesn't mean that they can't do well later. Some people are late bloomers, especially if it's a child who's been through a lot of trauma. Trauma affects the brain. It affects the body. People need time to heal. And if they're not even getting support with that, they need support with that first. Then they can work on trying to get their academics up. We don't know why he had the struggles with dyslexia. I will say that I learned that my father had ADHD. He was diagnosed in his 60s, not long before he died. And he told me, and I'm so glad he told me, because I was diagnosed with ADHD at the age of 52, y'all, this year. It was earlier this year. So I've been learning all about neurodiversity and what that means. Well, dyslexia is a part of neurodivergence. So sometimes people's brains work differently, and the way they learn is different than what the traditional schools can usually support. Traditional schools are made to fit into a certain mold. They have different people that have the philosophies that have created the school systems, right? And when a child doesn't fit into their mold, many times they have a hard time adjusting to what that child needs. And so that's where the parent has to be the advocate for their child, and sometimes the teacher. In my child's case, at the time when she was in school, dyslexia was not tested nor treated by the Georgia public school system. Hopefully that will change if it hasn't already. I know there was some lobbying going on. At the state level, people were trying to get the state of Georgia to test for dyslexia. Literally, the teacher was like, "Well, I can't help her, but here are some resources," and she gave me those resources and sent us on our way. I de-enrolled her from the school, created our homeschool, and we homeschooled from then on. And the rest is history. So I just want to encourage parents, if you are facing the possibility that your child is struggling with learning in the traditional way, I'm just encouraging you, please don't give up on your child. Do whatever you got to do to learn. If you want to read my story about this, go to coachdonnamarie.com/tutor, and I'll make sure that I have the link to our story there so that you can see that and see some of the resources that I shared on our homeschool blog about that.
Thank you so much for watching or for listening. I'm Coach Donna Marie. You can find me and all things about what I'm doing at coachdonnamarie.com/tutor if you're specifically interested in some of the resources that I've spoken about during this and other podcasts. If you're trying to improve your writing, if you're trying to write your essays for college and scholarship applications. Also, I am starting to also support parents, and we have some things coming up soon to help support parents who are proactively planning for their students' futures. So I'd love to have you. I'd love to help you. I have a community. Again, go to coachdonnamarie.com/tutor so that you can learn all about that. Join the mailing list. I do not spam. You have total control of your subscription. It's actually through the WordPress platform. They actually control how that works. And so you just put your email address in, and whenever I have updates, you'll see them in your email. Okay? I'm so blessed, so grateful that you let me share our family's story, our family's journey with you. I'm so grateful that you're interested in being connected with me. Thank you. God bless you. Again, go to coachdonnamarie.com/tutor. Take care. Bye bye. And also, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. Enjoy. I hope that you enjoy it with your family, especially if you're like in the almost empty nesting mode. Take advantage of every opportunity you have to be with your people, because life just keeps life and things just keep moving forward. We got to make the memories while we can. God bless you. Bye.